Alan Watts once said, "We are living in a culture entirely hypnotized by the illusion of time, in which the so-called present moment is felt as nothing but an infinitesimal hairline between a causative past and an absorbingly important future. We have no present. Our consciousness is almost completely preoccupied with memory and expectation. We do not realize that there never was, is, nor will be any other experience than our present experience. We are therefore out of touch with reality." Now, if I were to have a dumb ho moment, what would that translate to in dumb ho language? Well, basically, think about it. At any given moment, the present moment is all that exists. Like, think about it. Tomorrow never comes. Because think about it. There's always a tomorrow. That's how the word functions. That's what it is. That's what it means, is the next day, the next thing. Next, as a concept generally, means not now. But the only thing that is now. Ever. At any given point, the only thing that's there is the point. And now, this is a very freeing concept, you know? It's kind of transcendental, like the idea of, like, the past doesn't exist, the future doesn't exist, only the present exists. And I find that very, like, freeing and, like, ooh, because it's like, oh yeah, that is true, you know? Like, nothing is permanent. We live in a temporal space. Everything is subject to time, even though time is a construct, as we are laying out here. So it's more like everything is subject to change and temporary, because, well, I suppose everything besides the present moment is temporary, right? Now, story time, bitches. I had a conversation once with my friend. Excuse me. I had a conversation once with my friend recently who said, we were basically talking about that fact of, like, time isn't real, it's a construct. And then I slowly sort of slid in there, so is gender. Now that didn't go as well as time. Tastes like ashes. So laying out why gender is a construct was not as easy for this person as laying out why time is a construct. Because he was getting stuck repeatedly on the idea that the genitals equal the gender, which is, I mean, he literally said, like, you come out of the womb and the doctor says, oh, it's a boy, it's a girl. And I literally said, yeah, they say that. That doesn't make it true. And then he's like, how could it not be true? And it's like, well, the issue here is that cis people don't perceive their gender as an identity because it fits the story that the culture says about their gender, so they don't question it. They don't even think of it as, like, oh, I identify as a guy, I am a guy. They don't even think of that part. So the component of personal identity is completely lost on this person, and he just didn't factor that in to realize, like, how could that not be true? Oh, the boy grows up and realizes she's a girl. Oh, I see. But more to the point of why gender is a construct, I mean, this is like its own, like, hour-long, full, big topic video argument explaining this. Really, is what I probably intellectually should do with it, but really it's just like, genitals don't equal gender. Someone does, or not even someone, society decides, oh, dick pussy. Dick is dude, pussy is girl. It's not that hard to understand the fact that there's no such thing as a man in nature. That's not doesn't exist. It's a concept. And of course he was pulling the whole, oh, if I identify as an orange, it's like there's no such thing as fruit identity. It's called gender identity. It's the word. And so I basically felt like I was arguing with Ben Shapiro, but nicer. But that could also partly be because of the fact that it wasn't an argument. We were just kind of talking. And I was very much just like drawn back and keeping my cool. I didn't even let it faze me at all, honey. This might be a point I make in a later video, but I mean, like, as far as the gender construct goes, it's probably more apt to call it a societal construct than a social construct, just because of the fact that there is a social and I don't even want to say scientific, let's just say biological component. Or maybe we could even say physical component. I don't know what the best words are for this shit. All I know is time's not real. Neither's gender. I hope you sleep well tonight.